Hey, it's Mike Brennan doing another segment on MITech TV, and I have with me one of my advertisers. This is a fair disclosure. Bill Shaw. His previous experience has been a disruptor, is what he's going to be talking about today. One of the programs that he has, we'll be talking about a couple, but one is a new program called WOW.
Well, thank you, Mike. I appreciate you allowing me to come on your program and talk for a few minutes. Yes, that's very true. The WOW program is something that is new and something that we're kind of excited about and talking to a lot of people in the hospitality industry. And, they all have one single problem. Their payroll taxes keep rising. The employees' health care is very expensive. They can't afford to increase their hourly wages. They all in the hospitality, a lot of them work on tips, and the benefits that they have are somewhat complicated and expensive. And so those issues are what employers are faced, and they're trying to retain the best possible people. And we've come up with what we think is a solution. So that's where I'm at.
Let's go into the details on your solution. What's the benefits of working with you to implement the WOW program?
Well, you know, uh, these owners of the restaurants and hospitality companies, they're eligible to take a tax credit up to $1,200 per employee. Okay. And so what happens is those employees can take that money and they can use it in basically a pre-tax situation. Examples of those are like the medical co-pays, dental, prescriptions, chiropractic, and wellness, and some other things. For instance, preventative health, even counseling services. They're spending that kind of money after taxes. We're giving them a way that they can spend it in pre-tax. Okay. And the nice thing about it, the employers don't have to spend any money for the program. They're already having an outlay of cash for the program. They're basically taking a tax credit per employee. Okay. And so by and large, they aren't increasing their costs. They're giving their benefits to the employees, and quite frankly, it's a win-win for both people. So we're kind of excited about that. Basically, it's the highest ROI program that employers can offer their people. So
Now,
that's the short thumbnail approach to the WOW insurance program.
so essentially, too, the employees get a small bump in pay, right? So they don't.
Correct.
So it's not a
They
big number, but it's still more money than they'd make otherwise, right?
Yeah, it can anywhere be $50 to $100 a month, and they're getting all these benefits. So that's because of the tax credit that the employer can give each employee, and the employer gets each amount of that back themselves. So if they have a number of employees, the cash coming back to them can be up to $4,000 and $5,000 per year. So it's a unique situation, and we're excited to go out and talk to people about it. And we're having, quite frankly, a very good reception. People are very interested in helping their employers, creating a better situation for them at the workplace.
And also, this is working with a Detroit-based company. So the folks in Michigan benefit in a number of ways, including working with a Michigan company, right?
You're absolutely right, Mike. The insurance carrier is based right here in the great town of Detroit, in downtown Detroit. And, one of the things that I get and the questions I get a lot is, hey, oh my goodness, does the employer have to administrate the program? Do they handle all the claims? And that answer is very simple. No, that's handled by the carrier. All they have to do is make sure the payroll deductions are made on a regular basis. So all of the deployment of the program, all the day-to-day operations, all the phone calls, all handled by the carrier. the employer really does not get involved. They don't have to hire an extra person to handle the program. It's all done by the carrier, which is a big relief to the employer.
And I think the real selling point that you've discovered during your customer discovery is retention. We looked at some stats on the National Restaurant Association, which support that claim that, with retail employees, hospitality workers, you give them $1 raise, they might move to the next guy. But if they have this insurance program, they'll be reluctant to give that up just for, say, another $1 an hour, right? Something along those lines.
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, it's funny. A guy goes to work and he's got a lot on his mind. He's kind of depressed and things like that. He's not going to walk into the restaurant, or he's not going to walk into the hospitality, a hotel, or wherever he's at, and complain to his boss. We're going to give him a way that he can seek counseling, in a very discreet manner through the program. Okay. And that's preventative health. And that's the kind of thing that good employers want to support their employees with, those kinds of activities. And that's what we're giving them. Okay. All done discreet. And again, I have to do it. I get this question all the time. The employer does not have to hire anybody. It's all done by the carrier. Phone calls, 800 numbers, whatever they have to do, file the claims, all done by the carrier. That is the unique part of the program.
And
So
if
the employee is happy. He's got the benefits. He's got a little bit more money in his pocket. The employer's got a little bit more money in their pockets. And it's just a unique situation. Um, and there are other companies doing it, but there are not many companies that are doing it as well as we are. So
all right,
um,
and
I
then
would invite people to give me a call. We can have them talk to our CPA led team to discuss the eligibility of the program. They can discuss the tax implications, but everything is compliant under Section 125 of the Internal Revenues Code. So that's what we're talking about today, Mike.